Wow. This feels weird. Looks like it's just me tonight. Brandon had some town meeting to go to. Haven't heard from Pat. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I forgot you were sitting there. I didn't mean to be rude to my guest. You remember Bratrick, everybody. How you doing, buddy? Can you just make sure you talk into the mic, please, so they can hear you? Yeah, Bratrick's okay, despite the fire. I know you guys have all heard the news. I hate that it's just me up here talking, kind of like a narcissist, just into a camera. It feels really, really weird not having any co-hosts. But we'll talk. So I guess we'll get into kind of the news most of you have heard. Friday night, the 24th, I believe, around 5 p.m., there was a fire that broke out in the range. There has not been any official word on the cause of that, just that it did happen. Luckily, all of our guys, got out safe. All of our customers got out safe. That's the most important thing. Fire was on scene pretty quick, extinguishing the fire. That felt really great. It just felt really great, like knowing that a lot of the people putting out the fire were our customers and cared about us. That made putting out the fire and grabbing inventory really easily. A lot of our customers, they would come up to me and be like, "Hey, what do we need to grab out of the fire?" And I'd say, "The shelf with the spas on it. There's 4 guns." They didn't need any further direction. They knew exactly where to go, what to pull off, and they brought it back to me. So that made it really nice to, get inventory out. So pretty sure we got all guns out. Did a lot of work getting everything out, cleaning it. We had a lot of great customers come in and help clean firearms and, section everything off. Everything's in a trailer, off-site, secure. Pulling guard duty was real fun. I know Josiah's back there thinking, yeah, that was great. It's not very often. It just reminds me of the time when the riots in Rochester were happening and, cars are flipped and there's reports of people driving in box trucks, breaking into businesses. And I was here. I was at the pin, plate carrier with a full auto UMP, just ready to defend the shop. Kind of the same thing, just hanging out with rifle slung, carrier. I can't really read the comments too well with being the only person. Bratrick, in your experience, what was the fire like? Yeah, I agree. It was scary. I mean, you were in there the whole time. You had water coming down on you. Can you tell them how that was? Yeah, I would have been scared. This is so stupid. What am I doing? There was one moment, I think it was a couple days ago. We got our garage set up, our old live stream studio, as you can see. It's now our retail shop for the time being. It was nice that there was just one moment when we were all sitting down and just cracking jokes, and it was just nice to laugh. We had worked 40 hours over the weekend, and it was just so nice to just laugh. This obviously isn't my first time with fire, and it's just nice to be able to kind of have experience with that, knowing that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. It sucks really bad right now, but in a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year from now, everything's going to be better. So that's really assuring, and yeah. Josiah, how's the chat doing? I know you don't have a mic on you.
Chat's doing all right. Some people are still asking, kind of speculating on what's happening outside.
Yeah, I don't really have a. Yeah. Yeah, you guys weren't in the range, so you don't know how it happened. I mean, anything could have happened. We don't even really know. And investigations can take so long. So that could take a little bit. Anthony, my friend, is Bratrick. Pat and Brandon are no longer here. Okay, that's weird to say. Post everything. They're both very much alive. I want to make that clear. Patrick, haven't heard from him. He's a great guy. I'm sure he's got great things going on. Brandon is working with the town to get some permits or something to do some building out here starting pretty soon. So Bratrick is here, and he's got good opinions. I like listening to what he says. He wanted me to bring out the Magpul grip that we're selling. We don't have much inventory, but we got some, like smoke-smelling hats. If you want a smoke-smelling hat, we have that. Bratrick's actually wearing a hat to support us. I'm wearing one of our original hats, which we'll hopefully get one of those soon. This is just really weird, just talking, like, I don't know how Tim Dillon or Alex Jones, the globalist, how does he do it? How do they just drone on? Pat's looking great, right? You can't see Bratrick's abs, but he makes me jealous. He might go to Beyond Driven Fitness, which is our live stream sponsor. I haven't been there this week. I typically have been going every few days with Pat. And Beyond Driven's great because it's just like, it's like us, but in gym form. It's that mom and pop gym where nobody really is judging. It's nice to have Pat with me because, as you guys know, Pat's just ripped and knows really good workout plans, and he always kicks my ass. It sucks that it's been kind of a busy week and I haven't been able to get out, but I'm looking to get back to it next week. Any Hawaiian hats? No, unfortunately not at the moment. We sold out of Hawaiian hats. I'm going to be running another series of hats, and I'm going to include a new Hawaiian hat. I'll let you guys know first. But yeah, I'm not going to do the blue Hawaiian hat for a little bit. It might be a couple weeks or a couple months.
I swung the mic around so the people can hear me.
Oh, now I can. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But if somebody really wants an original run Hawaiian hat, I bought 2. And it hasn't been worn, haven't taken the tags off. So we might be able to
and it doesn't smell like smoke.
Yeah, because it was at my house. So we might be able to do something with that.
Make your offer.
Yeah. Maybe somebody really wants one.
$3,000. And I appreciate for the love telling me I'm not weird. I am weird. I'm very weird. But I appreciate you just being happy to see me alive and happy. You have to be happy. In events like this where everything just seems like chaos and everything's crumbling around you, your life is up in the air. The only thing you can do is kind of just buckle down, stay positive, and ride that wave. I've learned that personally. That's one thing that has gotten me through a lot of tough times. The only path from here is forward, and that's kind of an attitude I've learned at least to take. Don't tell me weird is good. Anybody I work with or anybody that talks with me daily knows I can get super weird. I'm gonna crack this open. Josiah.
Yo.
Who's our other sponsor?
Oh, our other sponsor, speaking of, water damage and all that nonsense, our other sponsor for the stream is API with their Arms Preservation Inc.
Yeah.
Special bag.
We got some good use out of them today, or this weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we were cleaning all of our guns, we wanted to, preserve them and as best as we can because everything got soaked. The fire didn't really hit the retail area. It stayed up in the attic, but everything got soaked with water because it takes a lot to put out a fire. So we had a great assembly line of, friends of the range and team members just taking apart guns, oiling, cleaning, reassembling, and then putting them into either API bags or gun socks. That's all we really had. So a lot of our cherished firearms, like the SPAs and the FN 2000, the tactical tuna, we all put the stuff that we really love and want to preserve in API bags after cleaning them because we really want to make sure they're preserved. And, API has been a long time sponsor of the stream, so I just want to thank you guys. We haven't gotten them yet, but they're going to hook us up with more of their blend bags, which is going to be really nice for other inventory that we've gotten and we're scared of getting destroyed. Rodder was there. He learned a lot about cleaning. Dude, you went hard. I probably guess you probably cleaned 150 guns if I had to take a stab.
Yeah, I was learning how to take apart guns I'd never taken apart before. I don't love how Ruger puts their guns together. They make nice guns, but I don't like the disassembly. Like,
except for the Mark IV, it's the only thing they've really done well.
No, the Mark IV was good, but like some of the other ones where you have to like pry the pin out, just not a fan.
Hi, Dwayne. Love you too. You should get out of Dutchess County. It sounds horrible, but the event is probably pretty cool if you're there. Yeah, Terzo was there helping. I appreciate you for that. And also, like, those are two guys that helped, stake the joint out and make sure that all the gear was protected, which is very fun. Sorry, this is fun. So that's really all I got to say, is I'm just happy everybody's safe. Nobody got hurt. Josiah, I'm trying to think of, what do you think was the hardest part of, like, cleaning all of the firearms? Like, what was, like, the worst guns that you saw come out, rental-wise? Because that's where, like, we're talking about our rental guns, not... Customer guns actually look pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, customer guns were in a pretty good spot in the store to not get hit. Well, like, the rental guns are right next to the retail shelf, obviously, so they're sort of in the same spot. 1911s hold a lot of water.
The 1911s were crazy.
A lot of water, because there's, like, super tight tolerances, so they hold water. Most of the Glocks and Shadow Systems, 320s, all that stuff, it sheds water pretty well. But the 1911s were holding on to some water, like.
I remember them getting, like, seized and stuff, because, like, water would, like, seal in there and just...
Yeah. That's the duality of the 1911. You can have a tack driver or you can have a reliable one, but there are two different guns.
The other discouraging thing is, like, we had some like new guns come in that were going to go onto the shelf, and you'd pick up, like, the gun in the case and you tilt the case and just water would pour out of the case, and it just hurts so much to see. The 50 made it perfectly fine. That was a gun that we made sure to get out, and we hit that real hard with oil, made sure it was clean and no rust. No, I haven't function checked it. I haven't shot it, but it was doing pretty great to my knowledge. I just picked it up yesterday. We put it into the trailer. So the other thing, like the Garands and stuff, were safe. All of our museum pieces were safe. We made sure to hit those ones first and deep, because those are like the Liberator. They're so hard to find in good condition. So we really wanted to make sure our Liberator was taken care of, oiled up, and nice.
Yeah, I mean, you can't replace that.
Yeah,
Impossible to replace.
I mean, not that it would be difficult. It's just tin can and folding.
Right, but an original.
But like an original, survived World War II Liberator.
Yep.
Just crazy. So tonight's going to kind of be fueled by you guys. I'm not good at just talking off the top of my head. Okay, I'm good at talking off the top of my head, but it gets really strange, and I can't really do that because my mom's probably watching. And I don't want my mom and my grandmother to know what really goes on in my head. So, yes, the moose made it. The moose is awesome.
He's holding up.
The moose is holding the store up. There's literally like probably a 13-foot strip of drywall on the moose currently. The community was fantastic. I really, like, as I said earlier in the stream, the fact that, like, a lot of our customers were firefighters coming out to put the fire out, grab inventory, but just in general, like, other, like, good regular customers, like, here helping, like, just like the assembly line we had of getting guns, wiping them, like, getting off inventory, handing them in the back for, my wife and my mom to wipe them down, get all the immediate water off, and then I felt like it took 3 or 4 hours to do, but we got through it. It was great. I can't believe.
I mean, with the pistols and inventory and everything, we were there till like 1 in the morning, I think. something like that. It was fucking late.
Yeah. I don't think I got to bed till I don't think I got into bed until like 2. I didn't fall asleep until about 2:45-ish. How do you turn your brain off after that? It's so hard to turn your brain off. Yeah. And then I was up at 5 the next morning.
Go back out.
Yeah, I had to go back out. I had to come back out and take care of more inventory stuff. And that was another nice thing. The guys helping us. We had a good handful of regular customers come out and start pulling inventory out of the building, or they would stand outside and, the employees would risk themselves getting inventory and pulling it out, and then they would walk it to the garage. A lot of work has happened. Paul, Brandon's father, who, was one of the original builders of this place, walled in the garage. So if you come out and you want to buy some stuff and support us, don't come to the front entrance, come to where the garage would be. He walled that all in. The garage door isn't there anymore. It's now just a regular door. It's really dark. It's really creepy in here. That's kind of one of the other reasons I think I feel so weird, because I'm in a dark room powered by batteries.
And the sun. We have solar panels.
Yeah, and solar panels, and a Starlink.
Yeah, we're running this through a satellite.
We're running this through satellite.
Technology.
Speaking of
crazy.
which, how does this look? We're using our old system. We don't have the new system, so is the video grainy? I'm sure the sound's great,
it's
but
probably grainy, honestly, because it's all running through my laptop. Matt in chat asked, "What's for sale at this point?" Yeah, ammo and accessories.
Forgot this Magpul M-Lock foregrip. That's for sale.
Plans to sell the rental guns.
So all of our guns, I don't know how public we're making all of this, but I guess I'll let you guys know. All of our guns are going to auction. We said that, and now we're getting throttled. I see that we're getting throttled. But we're still good. We're still live for Spotify and stuff.
Yeah.
My voice is rough because I haven't slept in almost a week, and I haven't been. Dave, not as ugly as you, Dave. I haven't been spending too much time in the building because I have previous lung damage from the first fire I was in, and I try to stay out of there just to preserve my lungs even more. So if my voice sounds gross, it's just probably because I'm gross. Social. Ooh, those cupcakes were so good. Thank you so much for bringing those cupcakes in.
Cupcakes were amazing.
I never thought I'd ever enjoy a peanut butter and jelly cupcake.
Or what was the other one? The cookie butter or whatever?
I don't remember. I try not to have too many of them.
Yeah.
Because we have a porta potty. And
yeah, I don't like the porta potty.
I'm not a porta potty kind of guy. The chili was amazing too. Well, we had chili twice. Anthony, I don't think you had the chili. Alex's mom brought in chili, and that was just phenomenal. Are memberships still available? Yes, memberships are still available. Let me get you that link. We have a new website that has been put up recently, nytfp.com, and that comes with a new email that I accidentally put out on our Facebook and really messed up, and I apologize for that. I was really tired when I typed it. It didn't proofread. But our new email is info@thefiringpinny.com. But let me just double check because there was issues with, yes, cool. I'm going to drop a link for the memberships to support. Brandon said that anybody that signs up for a membership or had a previous membership and kept the membership through this time, we're going to immortalize you. That sounds weird. Into the range. So I don't know how we're going to do that yet. The nice thing about Brandon's first business is it was a laser engraving business. So we're going to come up with some way to, thank you guys for supporting us. Another way to support us is my mother created a GoFundMe. A lot of people don't think that is legit. She made me the second person in charge. We didn't really want to start a GoFundMe because it just feels weird, asking for money. Especially when we have insurance and stuff. But the big thing about the GoFundMe is it kind of helps keep us afloat for now, push future upgrades, and we're giving half of the money we raised to the Bergen Fire Department. I think that's so huge. They did such an amazing job, and we're literally indebted to them. A lot of the building is intact because they went so hard. They went so hard at this, and we really want to, support them as much as possible. So I just posted a link to the GoFundMe, and that's just going to, it's going to help support us and the local fire department. And thank you. I think the website does look really good. I've been working on that really hard okay. I've been hiring other people to work on it very hard for the last month. I'm not going to take credit for that. Jessica and her team at Evolution Marketing, it's Mitch's, the same guy for API. They did such a great job. I'm trying to read through comments so much. Yeah, we're doing the pistol training. We're doing this weekend. We have ours. Sorry, I'm still reading. So we're not going to be able to run it in our classroom. We're still running it this weekend. It's going to be at the Gillum Grant Center, which is right across the street from Byron Burgeon, high school. So that's where we're going to be running the class this weekend and probably other weekends. They've been very helpful to us, letting us use their classroom. I don't think we'll be able to do the shooting portion in the same weekend. Again, this is kind of all thrust at us, so we're trying to roll with the punches and figure out a way to make things work. Yes, thank you for asking this question. This is still, if you guys have been watching, you know how much Freedom Weekend has been, how much I love Freedom Weekend, and how much I've been going hard with Freedom Weekend this year. And yes, one of the best things, Marty Dilcher, one of the big wigs in Virgin and helping us, he pulled me aside and said, Tyler, look at that. And he points to the Freedom Weekend poster that we have hanging outside our building. And he says, it's my goal to make that happen. And I hadn't even thought about it at that point. And then when he said that, it kind of just set in, and it really hit me. Like, yes, Freedom Weekend is happening this year. It's still going to be the best Freedom Weekend yet. It might be a little different than every other Freedom Weekend because we'll still probably be building the new shop, but it's absolutely happening this year. I emailed all of our vendors and or sponsors, letting them know that it's still happening. And I'm still looking for vendors. I'm still looking for sponsors. Probably going to be looking for more sponsors now that we're going to have to buy more tents and stuff. But yeah, it's still a go, and I couldn't be more excited. What's your favorite part about Freedom Weekend, Bratchick? Yeah, I like that too. Did you know this year we're having an ATF dunk tank? No, I don't think we're going to actually be able to get we'll probably get an ATF agent in there. Yeah. No, yeah, we'll definitely get one in there. It's fine. Don't worry about how we'll get them, but we will get them. Yeah, so there's going to be an ATF dunk tank. I don't know if we're going to do bounce houses still. I know Brandon wanted to do that, but I think we're going to have to allocate that money towards other tents. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for Freedom Weekend. You haven't worked a Freedom Weekend. You've only...
Yeah, I was only there for it as a customer.
It's a lot, dude. I'd have no idea how it was going to work.
It'll be one of a kind. Well, I hope. Todd C. was asking about if you have stuff to drop off, probably best bet is just to email us at info@thefiringpinny.com.
For what?
He had some stuff for Joe that he was thinking to drop it off.
For Todd.
If he emails the email, then he'll get back to him.
Or Todd, if you want, you can just email us, schedule a time. You can just bring it in, or you can just come in and visit us. Josiah and I will be here we're here almost all the time.
That's a good question Chris asked.
So with the acreage, I can't really speak for Brandon. We got the acreage because we want to make sure we can just secure as much of the farmland around us as possible before other businesses start to settle in. Selfishly. But we were thinking about we were early, not even pencil to paper, just thinking, just spitballing after a couple beers, how would we even build an outdoor range? And one of the methods is kind of entrench it and make it like an underground kind of range. We'd have to get a lot of permission, and that might even be what Brandon's doing right now at the board meeting, is just pitching an outdoor range for us where we can just build a huge berm out in the back parts of the farm and shoot that way. But the other issue with that is we want to make sure, like, Bergen has always been really, really great to us, and we want to make sure that we're not being annoying to them.
Right, we want to be conscious of the noise and everything.
Yeah.
They've been really good to us, so we want to be a good neighbor.
Guns aren't quiet because our state doesn't allow you to have suppressors.
Yeah, I know, right? It's weird.
If only we could have suppressors, right?
Dude, if suppressors were invented today, they would be mandatory safety equipment. Like, you can't buy a lawnmower without a muffler.
100%. Yeah, it's weird to think about.
It's weird. But Hollywood says they're scary.
But no, suppressors have been around since, what, World War I?
Just after. It was the same guy, Maxim.
Yeah.
Invented the machine gun, invented the suppressor.
I dream one day we can have suppressors.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patty, you're right. A year from now, it will be history. And again, that's kind of what I was alluding to earlier. This is my second time going through something like this, and I've kind of just learned that you got to just ride the wave. The only path is, forward. And one day you're able to look back and know how, like, oh yeah, remember a year ago when the range was caved in and there was no roof? And now look at us. Our range is gorgeous, and we have double the retail space. And that is kind of one of the best hitting blessings.
Yeah, the sunshine behind the clouds.
Yeah. We've been talking about upgrading. We didn't know how we were going to upgrade, and I mean, now we kind of have to upgrade. So it sucks. It sucks why we have to, but I'm excited for it. I've been here. I literally helped build this place too. I helped put the rafters in on the range before I even knew I knew what a trigger was on a gun. That was about it. So I learned everything from here, and I don't know. Watching it. My previous exposure to fire and smoke and all that stuff has made it weird to see that kind of stuff. But this is like Brandon's first kid, but this is like my nephew. You know what I mean? I helped build this place, so it was definitely like hard to watch it go up in flames and smoke. But the boys were there for me. I cannot appreciate you enough. Like that time when I was just on the ground, like just freaking out, crying, and all of you guys came up and hugged me. I really appreciate you guys for that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even imagine. Yeah. But yeah, we're all still here. That's the best part, is everybody, all the staff and customers made it out. It's just amazing.
Did you hear about the brace law today?
No, I hadn't heard any news. What's up with that?
I think the stay was
put in place,
overturned.
Stay was. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I'm doing some research. If any of you guys know, in the comments, let me know. I saw Firearms Policy Coalition post something today, and I didn't really get a good chance to look at it. I didn't really have a plan going into this. I just figured I'd talk into a mic and word vomit, staring into a lens. I don't even know if there's really this 230,000 people watching me like it says that there is. It's all just a simulation, isn't it? We have stickers for sale. That's what's cool. Our old stickers. I don't believe in selling stickers, but we kind of need to sell stickers. So all we ask is they're at least $1. But we do have one very legendary original sticker left. And I'm just letting you know here first, starting bid is $100, okay? Like, there are no more of these. When it's gone, it's gone. That's the original sticker. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it just looks like the next step on the brace thing was just going to be pushed back.
So it's just getting pushed back? The brace thing is being pushed back?
After the latest in Nashville, they just kind of pushed it back. It was scheduled for Tuesday.
Okay.
Or something to do with like the House Judiciary or something like that.
Nashville is crazy. I debated on whether or not I wanted to get into that. I
don't really want to, but
yeah. I mean, Rex did fantastic. That whole squad did great clearing. I want to be mean, but I can't be mean. I can't be mean to the shooter, even though they're a piece of shit. but I have to stay professional. But yeah, can you imagine just being in like that police squad's unit? Like there's an active shooter and clearing bathrooms and going upstairs and fuck. Ugh.
I mean, maybe like if you asked me, could you imagine grabbing fire extinguishers and getting customers out of the building?
Yeah, you guys, I mean, like, go into that. What was that like?
Yeah. Honestly, like, I heard you say that you were going to call the fire department, so I knew that I could focus on the inside, and after that, it just was go. Like, there was no, like, thought. It was just do.
Yeah, I appreciate you for that. I told you, like, hey, I'm not going back into a fire. I'm getting out and calling 911.
Yeah. No, so. I appreciated that because then I knew that somebody was taking care of 911. So that all I had to worry about was the people and the fire extinguishers. And
yeah, that's kind of one of those things, you work in the firearm industry and you manage a range, or even if you're training on the range, you kind of have to have that moment. Usually with every training, there's in the beginning, all right, this is the address if anything happens. It was a training incident. Nobody was shot because you'll have SWAT here with guns. There was a training incident. This happened. And you have to designate people with medical and all that stuff. Kind of different with the fire. But still, somebody has to call 911. Like, somebody has to be designated to call 911. Somebody has to be designated to flag the trucks down. That's just something I've personally have gone over a million times, training with firearms. It was weird putting it to the test and, putting it into practice. But, yeah, that's one thing I just knew I was going to do because I wanted to get out of the building. I didn't want to be around for another fire.
And that's the thing is you need somebody that is doing that, right?
Yeah, it took one less thing off your plate.
Right. Like, that meant that everybody else on staff could just focus on, get people out, try and fight the fire, and then gets to a point where you're like, oh, we can't fight the fire, get out, kind of thing. But yeah, knowing that the emergency help was on the way is huge.
And you guys went in there to extinguish it. You brought fire extinguishers in, and what made you guys decide you had to get out?
A, the fact that it wasn't doing anything, and B, the fact that we realized it was over our heads in the roof. So not about to get collapsed in on. Horrifying. Yeah.
I mean, you have two options. The fire goes so far back that you're going to get burned no matter what. B, the AR-500 steel is going to start
down out of the ceiling. And you hope it knocks you out, I guess.
It reminds me of that scene in Final Destination where they drop the glass. Yeah. And it just bends their backpack. Rough.
But yeah, it's just like one of those things, try and then assess that it wasn't worth dying for.
100%. Like, and I'm so happy you guys made that decision. That was one of the things I was freaking out for the most part too, because I saw people in the classroom trying to get their stuff, and I see black smoke bellowing out, and I'm like, get out, stop getting your stuff and just get out. Right. I apologized to that guy later because I saw him standing by the road. Like, I wasn't like trying to be a dick to you, but
right. I'm just like concerned that you aren't going to make it out.
That you're casually putting your earphones in your bag to get out.
It's like, sir, you need to leave.
Phil, do you mean you'll drop by like within the next 10 minutes? Because Brattrick's kind of boring, and I need somebody to talk to. Or do you mean you'll be dropping by soon, as in like the next week? How are we with throttling? We're doing pretty okay, I think.
We had a little bit of a throttle, but we're kind of steadied out. I mean, now that you say that, it'll probably the internet will be like, no.
I'm really impressed with how the Starlink works. Right? If any of you guys don't know, Starlink is Elon Musk's
satellite internet.
Yeah, like there's
literally just an antenna outside giving us internet.
It's weird.
It's wild.
But I'm going to drop a link if anybody wants to look into it. It's coming handy. I mean, that's the only reason we're able to be open right now.
We can run card payments, that we can use the computer, that we have, like, 2 computers and 2 phones hooked up to the internet.
We don't even have phones yet, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, like shop phones are...
The signal glitches only when I mention it. Of course it does.
Okay. Yeah, I see the little red blip.
That's so us.
It's just like every time you're like, how's the signal? The signal's like, meh.
We were doing so great with the stream. We were really at such a great point. That's why I'm here tonight, because I really want to make sure like I have us on such a good trajectory. Sorry, stumbling. I had us on such a good trajectory with the stream, you know, up on Spotify, and it's killing it on Spotify. We haven't gotten any people to do ads with us yet, but should be coming soon. And I don't know, I'm very happy, and I really wanted to make sure to be on for this week too, that it was important to put us out there and let you guys know that we're okay. And I wish I had more inventory in my hands to show you. You guys, so I think we're open every day like normal hours. If we're open on Facebook or what Google says we're open. Are you going to go and pan the camera? Oh, you're going to give me some inventory. Cool, thank you. Oh, check it out. I know what the comments are going to say. Oh, it's an Olight. Why would you guys just have a fire? So we have some Olights that survived. I've been using Olight for a while. I've been using this a lot.
Actually, yeah, a lot in the past.
And it's been great. They've been great. Actually, the Olight survived on our rental. After all the water and stuff, it turned right on. Thanks, dude. We're just bringing out all the inventories. So a couple of the Olights we have the the Odin Mini. I actually have one of these. The nice thing about it is it's probably like that size. It's a little smaller than this, and it's cool because you push a button and it clicks off your rifle, and you can have it as like just a handheld light, or you can snap it onto your rifle. Now it's a weapon mounted light. It comes with the pressure pad. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments as well. How did you fit the live stream setup in there? It was packed. Very magic, Anthony.
It's still packed, actually.
Yeah, it's actually still really cramped. That's why we have one camera. This is a small table. As you know, Bratrick's taking up a lot of room over here. If Pat and Brandon were to come, I don't know where they would sit, because Bratrick's not going anywhere. He's my guest for today. And he's actually he's got soot on him. I should clean him up a little bit.
Michael was asking, we do have a propane heater in here, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's not absolutely frigid.
It's been very cold. So if we get really sleepy or get knocked out on the stream, please call 911 for us. Yeah. Just let them know that we're at the firing pin and we have asphyxiated.
Yeah. That's fine. I don't feel sleepy.
I am really tired, but not that tired. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm letting you know that right now. Yes, Jim, you got blinded with the one in my hand right now. This is the Warrior Mini, I want to say it's called. The Warrior 3, sorry. This guy has been really cool. I'll bop you real quick. I'm a fan. I love the size of it. I love the weight of it. It's chargeable like all Olights are. My mom goes, the one eyebrow up. I thought it was funny. See, this is why it's weird if I'm all alone. Okay, I told you I have a weird mind. You should know that already. You raised me. We have a Baton 3, which is tinier than this guy. Brutally honest with you, I don't have much time on the Baton 3, so I know the older batons, they used to have a chargeable, like how the AirPods, you could put your AirPods in the base.
Okay, so that was the Baton Mini.
Okay.
So there's the Baton Mini S3R that has a rechargeable case like an AirPod. The Baton series is the larger size pocket lights. I have a Baton 2 titanium or no. I have one that my wife has that's in blue because she likes blue, and it's nice. It's a nice EDC.
I like the size of it. It's super small.
It doesn't have the tail switch like the Warrior, but it's a nice utility.
This is probably the Warrior also has the button press where you can press the button here.
Right, the Baton only has the side button. It doesn't have a tail cap.
And I think we still have a Valkyrie up there. That's their weapon mounted light. That's after the TLR1, I want to say.
It's similar size.
Very similar size. That's what sucks. That's the one thing that sucks about Olight. Nobody likes them, so they try to make. They don't make holsters.
Just get a Safari Land. Those light bearing holsters are like omnivores. They take anything.
Yeah. See, I knew it. I knew you'd make a joke. It wasn't the Olight. That happened once, and that was because it was a faulty battery. I haven't seen it personally, but Surefires have blown up. I've used an Olight forever, and just don't put it in your mouth. Don't use a bad battery and put it in your mouth. Maybe it won't blow up and you'll live. Other things we have for sale. We have a lot of our Magpul stuff in stock. So Embus sights, if you need some sights. By the way, everything we have priced right now is not the price they're going for. We're hooking everybody up because everything smells like smoke. But these guys are perfectly fine. No water got into these, and I'm so nose blind to the smell of smoke.
Can't even smell if anything smells.
Which used to be a huge. I hate the word trigger. I hate that word. But that used to be like a huge issue for me. The smell of smoke in campfires. But cool, flooding works. I'll be the first to tell you. If you got an issue, just flood it. So we still have some front and rear sights. We have various stocks. This one's a fixed stock. That one's, kind of boring. But we have various stocks. We have
boring, but it is cheap.
Yes. $39.99. If you came down and bought it right now, it'd be like $30. $10. We still have a lot of ammo for sale, which is cool. That was one of the great things the firemen did is they put huge heavy-duty tarps over all of our products so that it would prevent as much water as possible. Some of the boxes are really messed up, and I can't speak for every box individually, but I would say that a lot of it's still sellable.
No, a lot of the boxes are dry, which is nice.
Yeah, some more than other. Like there's a box of 9 down here that you pick it up and it's just going to disintegrate everywhere. And
right.
So, real cheap. Come make us an offer. It's already been 41 minutes. 41 minutes of me just droning on, and people have been listening the whole time.
We were up at 70 plus viewers.
I know, dude.
That's crazy.
Somebody's here.
Is that a horn? Yeah. Oh, maybe Brando.
You want to go and lock the door for him?
I guess.
Hold on, we have a guest. Stand by.
Stop the stream! I'm here! Who are you? Get out of here!
Bratrick!
I'm in!
Bro!
Oh, I'm here.
Bro, have some respect for Bratrick.
He finished? How did he drink this beer?
Don't worry about it. We've been talking, dude.
You've bonded, I'm sure. No, I'm sure you've bonded.
Have some respect.
It's alright, I'm here now. We can... Everything's okay, friends. Everything is okay. Oh, my friends, what have we talked about?
Oh, no,
No, you did the good one. The good one.
This is one of my favorites.
I don't like change.
Shut up.
I'm afraid of change.
Brandon,
Shut
we've
up.
already had a fire. You can change beers.
I can adapt and overcome.
He wouldn't want to change even if there was a fire.
Oh, what is this? Big wave. Cool.
So,
Go to Hawaii.
I told them all of our secrets. The investigators are going to have some fun.
All of our secrets?
All of our secrets.
All right. Your wife's going to want to know more than the investigators.
Yay! I don't have to talk to myself.
Now you have somebody else on camera, not just the disembodied
Oh,
voice.
so nice. So, it's good to be here. This is like a safe space. This is
The stream studio.
It is.
This really,
It really
is.
is,
Like
man.
it's
And-
comfortable. Like
It's crazy that I feel extremely comfortable being on camera live, like on Facebook.
That's a very.
But
I didn't even really think about that.
it is though. I remember when this used to like stress us out doing these. At least it used to stress me out. Like I used to get like anxiety.
Sometimes I wouldn't even want to do it.
the
It's like,
day. Yeah, or we could do it, but we'd come up with like a lame excuse to not do it.
oh,
Right? But no, and now it's like we're fucking like by all rights we should not be doing the stream,
Josiah.
but we're here. We're here.
We're here for you.
We're literally
We love you.
We're here for you. You're what keep us going. You're what's kept me specifically going through all this. I mean,
The community, man.
it's been insane.
I mean, it was a little bit for us, too, because it's just we're doing our normal thing, it helps. It helps just to do the
100%.
thing.
Yeah, the normalcy. It's a Thursday. We got to stream. So
That was one thing I texted you guys this morning. Like, we're doing, like, even yesterday, we're doing the stream.
It wasn't a question.
Like,
There was no question.
Got to make it work.
Yeah. I don't know what you've talked about so far.
We talked about how cool Starlink is.
Yeah.
That's letting us do this.
Have we talked about how cool volunteer firefighters are?
I mean, we talked about how great the fire service was, but please go on.
Yeah. Obviously, specifically Bergen. I mean, I have to just make sure I send my love in for not only Bergen, but Brockport, Leroy, Churchville, Stafford, Town and City of Batavia, and I'm sorry if I missed anybody else. But it was just, I knew I had a lot of customers that were firefighters, but I didn't know how, like, the makeup, like, you look at a department, like, the ratio of how many people, just like, I know that person. Not just because I know him from the community, but, like, I know him from here. Like,
as a customer.
I can remember guns I sold them. Yeah, like, it was just truly touching. Yeah, and it was incredible just to see that, I know they treat everyone, the same. I feel
it's a very compassionate job.
Yeah, and I kind of feel that kinship with them. Like, we treat everyone the same. We deal with people a lot when they're, like, grieving.
Yeah.
I talked to Todd Jancy about this, too, from Bontrager Auctions. Like, when I was there were people that were cleaning out their, like, mom's estate from her passing away. And just, there was a whole, like I said, just there's a kinship there when you deal in that customer service role, which, it's a weird thing to lump firefighters in. But there's a, I mean, they're there to help you and save your house, like,
and pull out, like, family heirlooms,
cherished memories. Yeah. And that's, I don't know if we're even going to go over some of the damage or if we're going to show some of the, there's tons of posts. If you want to see the posts we've put out, you can see, scroll back after the stream, or if you're listening on Spotify, which you should be afterwards, check out our Facebook page for some pictures. Our friend Brian Kirby over at Take Aim TV took some amazing drone photos that really, they're hard to look at, but they really show you, like, the extent of the damage. Like, that's kind of one of the only ways you're going to see the totality of it. But, I can't thank the Bergen and all the other fire departments enough. We have a building still.
100%.
I know it's probably going to be, like, a total, like, take it down to the slab.
But we were able to pull product out and sell. And
the memories. I mean, we have so many memories, and not just physical memories, of course, but, there's a lot of mementos, I'll say, here that we were able to save, things that are irreplaceable. I mean, we have insurance for things, but there's stuff on the walls that we've had up there since from your grandpa, or just from customers that are no longer with us, and just there's a story I share of a letter. We have a letter that somebody sent us. We did a transfer for a gentleman, and he sent us a letter talking about his dad's service. He's a World War II veteran, talking about his dad's service and just thanking us for handling the transfer and just being nice people. And it was a very odd. I mean, we'll get emails. You'll get a Google review that'll say that. But to get a handwritten letter from someone, it's rare. So I hung it up, and I thought it was nice, and I put it in the airlock. And the person that we transferred the guns to, the grandson of the World War II veteran, when I asked for your favorite TFP memory, he wrote that it always makes him happy when he comes to shoot here, when he can. He would see that letter hung up on the wall, and he was like, "Hey, did that survive?" And I was like, "Yeah, it did, man." Like, when we did our first live stream, when we were in that range for, like, the first time since we were leaving, what did I do? I grabbed all the stuff because I hadn't thought of the airlock.
I'm surprised any of that.
Seriously, the whole ceiling came down, like, in that room. Like, it's
something
insane.
that means a lot to me. The corner after. Dude, I'm sorry. Hitting both of them.
Cool, Grandpa.
There we go. Cooper's Corner.
What was Cooper's Corner?
That was where a lot of the collectibles went. A lot of your collectibles and stuff. It was just kind of like a little museum collectible. The NASA case in the back, next to the moose. That's just what we kind of named that after my grandfather passed.
And the moose is okay.
The moose is thriving.
The moose is there. I wouldn't say anything other than that. Have you seen him today?
He's okay.
Is he?
Yeah, there's drywall on him, but
he's holding up.
He's holding up a big hunk of drywall. I'll tell you what. Remember how he fell off the wall 6 months ago, maybe?
Yeah.
the remount.
Superb.
Goddamn.
Superb.
Good job on the remount there. I can't on a personal level. I can't thank my team enough. I mean, I wasn't here. I've thankfully been here for some of our other darker times. I guess not thankfully, but I'm glad I was here. For the team. I wasn't here for this. I mean, I'd gone home. I was with my family, just trying to relax, hang out, and I get a call from this guy, which, don't have to go into it on here, but obviously you have a history with this kind of stuff. So that was a whole thing, You
thought I was kidding, which
of course, that's not something you're going to joke about, but...
I remember having to, convince you.
Right? That you can tell how in disbelief I was.
Why would you, if I accept it, it's real.
And, when I pulled in, and I'm coming down the road, I turned past the Valhalla, and I'm, expecting to see a plume of smoke, or, coming down Route 19, I'm expecting to see a plume of smoke, and I didn't, and I'm like, can't be too bad. And then I pull past the Valhalla, and my car is hit with, this gust of wind, and I'm like, oh, that's right, it's super windy.
Yeah.
And the wind was just blowing it, completely, it wasn't going up, it was going sideways. And, you could obviously tell that there was a lot of damage, and obviously, again, the firemen, they did their best, and they did a remarkable job of saving what we still have, So we're going to rebuild. We're going to be back better than ever. Not to say that we didn't have a great facility, but when we built it, we didn't know anything. Think you know everything.
And we have 10 years of data. We
have 10 years of experience. Yeah, we have 10 years of customer feedback. And, when we built it, we had some Mennonites help us with the concrete. And they helped us with the roof. But the rough framing, my mom, my dad, and I, we did over Labor Day weekend, 2013, the three of us. So I know if two 60-something-year-olds and a know-nothing 20-something-year-old could do it, I know with the team and this community that we have behind us, I know when we put that call out there, hey, if you want to come swing a hammer, come on out, we could use a hand, it's going to probably be too many people.
So if you come down, just expect you might not have something to do, but we'll take everybody. Anybody that wants to help. It's even just to see your faces, and
it's really been encouraging. Yeah, with the Monday, we opened up on Monday, and I know the guys were thinking, which is not an unusual thing. You guys think I'm crazy. I know you know. You know I'm crazy. I've just accepted it. You should just accept it. I've accepted it.
Just gonna drink.
I was like, yeah, guys, we're gonna open on Monday, and it was important to me, but I could tell it was important to you too. There was a lot of people that came down and still coming down. I mean, there's guys that came down today, and obviously, everybody wants to come down the first day. So they were like, hey, we wanted to wait. We know you're getting flooded. We want to make sure you're getting love on the fourth day, the fifth day, whatever. We had a lot of guys come down and are still coming down. And obviously, we love just seeing your faces. That's it just means so much, I've never hugged so many people, so many older men.
I'm a hugger, so I hug everyone.
I ask for consent every time now.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
Should we take... You should.
This is to consent.
Should we ask, are there any questions? I guess I'll answer the question probably everybody's going to ask, or has asked, or will. We have no idea how the fire started. There's an investigation, that's going to run. None of us were...
I told them how it started.
Yeah.
You should have been here an hour ago.
A couple tracers. Just set up the mod noose. Just bump, 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 bump.
Yep. Flamethrower. We got flamethrower rentals. And
Nice.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Yeah. Please, that never happened for legal reasons.
Man, I should have asked the planning board what a flamethrower range would do to our...
So how did that go? Are you allowed to talk?
Yeah, so the planning board in Bergen is and always has been amazing. I went there tonight. I had no drawings, no plans, so nothing's been approved. Nothing happened other than I went to them to just ask some clarifying questions. So for like the demolition that has nothing to do with them, and the rebuild. If we were to rebuild, excuse me. If we were to rebuild exactly what we have, we're not changing anything. It doesn't go to the planning board, right? We just need to get a building permit through Jerry, the town building guy, code guy, and we just kind of go from there. So that's easy. And we just had some clarifying questions, like say, I don't know, excuse me, if I wanted to do a... like an outdoor, if we wanted to push some dirt up, what would that entail? And they're like, well, remember like Batavia? Remember the little project you were trying to do in Batavia there, young man? And I was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, do you want that? We're not against it. By all means. Like, let's move forward with it. But just let's make sure you're prepared. They gave very sage and wise advice just to make sure that whatever design we present has to be, basically airtight.
Yeah,
and just,
absolutely.
We don't want to, my inclination, I'm very much, shoot from the hip. We'll figure it out later. We'll just make it work kind of guy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you know me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus,
I can see that.
Sitting down and really planning out every nitty gritty detail. I don't work that way. My brain doesn't work that way.
So are they telling us the range plans need to be bulletproof?
Yes. Yes. And what I would
go home?
what I
just go home for the night, Joe.
what I would
think I'm a little
present to them would be like a hybrid, like an indoor / outdoor range, or maybe some type of like tunnel system. Like we've talked about, you dig like a trench, basically, lay down a drainage pipe, make sure it's obviously nice and straight, and go from there. Not that we know anything about that, and obviously they said, you got to come back with drawings. They laid out the process. I asked about increasing our parking lot here, what that looks like, and what happens if you go above an acre. If you disturb more than an acre of land for a parking lot, it's a whole ordeal, and it costs you because you're disturbing the ground, like the water that's supposed to go into the ground isn't going into the ground. So even if you're only doing gravel, which will permeate, you just have to. There's a process, and say it's. Just to do the work, it's $10 a square foot or whatever for the asphalt, to make the parking lot.
Yeah.
If you go over an acre, it's automatically $5 extra a square foot just because of all the environmental stuff and all the BS and all the which,
climate's always changing.
I'm not gonna say I'm a tree hugger, but I do understand it. We pave paradise and put up a parking lot, as it were. So
when that asteroid hits us in 5 years and puts us into an extinction, I'm glad we paid $5 a square foot.
So there was just some discussion of, if you think about it, the entire property that we take up is 2 acres. So think about half of this parking lot just being parking lot. That's we're not a wall. You know what I mean? That would be crazy. So we're not going to put in that big of a parking lot. I just wanted to know the rules and see what it would take, and just But I told them it was a bittersweet thing. I was hoping to go to them after Freedom Weekend, later in the summer, start the ball rolling kind of slowly, and see about maybe doing an expansion project. And it was like, hey, I don't want to be here now, but I'm kind of being forced. If we have to rebuild the building. If we have a master plan for this thing of what we'd want it to be, we can't rebuild it to what it doesn't make sense to me to rebuild it to what it was and then move forward with making it
we're going to do the upgrades.
We have a chance to do we have a chance to do these things. I think we have to take it. So I asked for questions. Are there any? Oh, it's going to make me cry.
API bags?
Yeah, we do have API bags. The nice thing about API bags is they're already package sealed. They're packaged sealed packages. So our displays survived pretty well, and I have collected some of the ones that were knocked over on the floor from water and insulation, and they might have some soot and dirt on them. Nothing water won't fix on the outside, but when you open them, they're working perfectly fine.
So
So
how would you guys feel about every night taking like the pallet jack and like each aisle just stuffing the entire thing into a giant API bag? Like the whole ammo shelf over here, just at night, every night, you just come up.
right.
No, don't go to SB. Don't go.
I'll see you later.
No. Just to protect it, you know what I mean? Or we could maybe we could leave space on the bottom, and you could put them over the top every night, and we could zip them closed, and that way they're protected. If we put what if we put the entire store in an API bag? Can we look at that? Mitch, are you
gotta get Mitch on the phone.
Mitch,
Jason,
call Mitch right now.
Mitch and Jason, we'll get them on the phone.
We'll install like a 1 foot wide strip of Velcro, like one side of it, just like face up, just like on the ground, around the entire perimeter of the store, and then we just have a giant bag brought in. All right.
We gotta get our internet back.
Yeah. Is this poopy?
I mean, we're getting a little throttling. I think for the most part we're doing
It's been
okay.
all right. It's just
It's been a while.
yeah.
I was wondering like how many people are using Starlink and Virgin. You know what I mean? Like in this region.
Right.
Compared to like
Probably not many.
you go out west or somewhere like if you want mobile internet around here, you get a hotspot or whatever. Like you just do it off a 4G tower, 5G tower. But I bought this because I'm a fucking idiot.
Well, clearly not.
Nerd. What do we got? Let's answer some questions. Ask me.
Are we still planning Freedom Weekend? Yes. We
Hell
talked about
yes.
this a little bit earlier ago. But yeah, absolutely. Freedom Weekend is something that's going to happen. It's still going to be the best Freedom Weekend ever. And if you say otherwise, well, you're just wrong.
You're wrong.
And you're allowed to be wrong, but you're just wrong. So know that you're wrong. And
If big if you could go down to Lowe's, Home Depot, wherever, and just buy all the materials we needed, barring any material lead times, right? Obviously, if you order something and it's going to be 6 months for it to come in, there's nothing you can do. Barring any material lead times, I know if we worked only on the range, we could get the range open for Freedom Weekend.
long?
I firmly believe that.
that
Quickly?
yeah.
If we did not work on rebuilding any of the rest of the store, if we built like a temporary entrance to the shooting range,
Like this?
knowing we'd have to take it down later and rebuild it and incorporate it into the store, I know between the community support we have and the team that we have now and the builders and just everything we've got going for us, I know we could get that done.
So we still need a saw.
Yeah.
So we can do a machine gun shoot.
Oh, okay, that kind of saw. I thought you meant like a wood saw.
Like a freedom saw.
Like a miter saw.
Yeah.
No. You're talking about freedom saw.
Like an American
Jesus
saw.
Christ. An SAW saw.
They're the same.
Yeah. Let's talk to more people.
It's like an acronym.
Let's talk to more
All right.
well-adjusted people.
Have we gotten a demo / clean out schedule yet? No. That's one thing I want to talk with you about.
Yeah.
RPO. RPO wants to really help us out with that, and I have a phone call with Courtney. I don't really know what we are going to talk about that, but
They can just blast out of space with their satellite.
yeah.
There's their rubble.
Tungsten rod.
Just a tungsten rod. Just JD, just like JD's in his house, just eating a chip or whatever. Like, oh crap!
Abort.
I switched the 1 and the 0.
No, I think we're gonna try to assemble the whole team
Tungsten rod.
for cleanup, because that's gonna be like the big hard part is when bulldozers come and they're pulling out all the rubble. Like we're gonna have to have people like wearing gloves and moving it into the dumpsters.
And then, like some of that stuff, though, yeah, some of that stuff we got to be real careful about, obviously, too, because it's going to be like a construction site.
Yeah.
And there are definitely going to be times, I would say, actually, during the demo is when we can't have people here because of the machinery, because of some of that stuff.
This machine doesn't have a brain. Use yours.
Exactly, dude. This machine does not have a brain. Use your own. You do not want to shake hands with danger. Which is a great, if you have not seen that, look that up on YouTube, Shaking Hands with Danger. It's a great, workplace safety. It was like the first, OSHA video from, the 70s. It's a very good, very classic. But yeah, that was their, don't shake hands with danger unless you unless you have to, but don't do it. Anyways, Freedom Weekend, man, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We also have a night vision shoot. Not a night vision shoot. Sorry. We have a night vision experience coming up April 18th. I just confirmed with them. It's still on. I'm not canceling it.
You heard it here first. It's still on.
EOTech. We are an EOTech dealer, authorized dealer.
As of like a
direct.
month.
Yeah, like we're direct with EOTech. So that's for their holographic weapon sights. You know, the classic EOTech, the red dot, right? It's a holographic weapon sight. Their scopes, magnifiers, all of it, right? And their night vision.
Yep.
Okay? So they make some of the, in my opinion, best of what's out there for night vision. PVS 14s, PVS, I guess, like 31s, right? The binos.
Yep.
Both in, I don't want to say regular, but what's the opposite of what's like non-white phosphorus?
Green phos.
Green. Okay. That's smart. Yeah. So, excuse me.
You okay, buddy? Here,
I will
that
be.
down.
Thank you. Had some in my ever since Friday.
Esophagus.
You know. But yeah, so we have a demo night coming up on the 18th. It is somewhat limited, so send us an email just to confirm like that you're coming, right? We'll do more of them in the future, but for now, for this one, obviously we wanted to have like two kind of stations where we'd have some in the range for you to shoot under nods. Not going to happen this time. The second station was going to be outside, walking kind of the perimeter and going out into the woods and just kind of having fun outside with them, which is obviously more fun with nods. So we can still obviously do that part of it. And, you know, we can't shoot, but we could still set up maybe some, like, we have guns with lasers on them. You can still kind of LARP around.
I mean,
you can still experience. We could probably set up, like, some
love
airsoft
to LARP.
guns.
if
You know
we
what I mean?
have lasers, yeah, we could do airsoft guns.
We can have some fun with it. So we're going to have fun. April 18th. We're going to start her at 7:30. I think it was 7:30 to 9:30 or 7:30 to 10:30. Obviously, you got to wait till it's dark, right, to use night vision. Kind of goes without saying. So we're going to have, like, one of everything that they make or a couple of everything that they make. Like EOTech is sending a rep with, like, a trunk full of nods. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have quite an experience. You can learn about them. You can check them out. Obviously, they're not cheap. I think MSRP on mono white phosphorus is like $5,800 or something like that. MAP is like $5,500. That's the cheapest we're allowed to sell.
It's like
them.
3 mortgage payments. You can swing it.
So, I mean, it's
Still the cheapest superpower.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's the cheapest superpower you can buy, and we will be offering financing. They do have a financing process where you can go on a website, get an answer. You can see. I mean, society in the world's about to collapse anyways, so like, who cares, right? Just max out that Amex.
I agree.
No,
Either you've got the Yellowstone or the asteroid. Pick your fear. We had a question. When do you think we can sell firearms?
So I am always, you know, I don't want to set a policy on the live stream because that's usually what happens. I'll just say something and then we have to make it work. But
Yep.
I'm just going to say soon. We're very close. We just have to make sure, obviously, that everything's okay, like as far as our records go, and that we have a process. Believe it or not, I am maturing and I am getting better at that kind of stuff of making sure we actually have the process down first. Basically, what I'm doing is just letting you guys handle it.
I'm proud.
And I told Mr. Tatro today, and I'll tell you now, live in front of everybody else, like, I am really going to rely on you and him to run the business of the firing pin, because I need to focus on the building. Like, I need to be the landlord for the next 6 months to a year to rebuild. So I want to make sure you guys, like, when you guys are ready for it, we'll turn it back on. I think we're soon. I don't want, sometime next week, I think.
Hopefully.
We'll be able to. Basically, what we want to do is handle, like, the transfers and stuff, the stuff that's yours that you're just waiting to pick up, basically, right? We need to get that out of here, get it to you, and that should resume relatively normal. I mean, if you're on Gunbroker right now, or if you're on Bud's Gun, you can buy something, have it shipped to us. We have a back flow to work through, a back order, assortment. Yeah. There's not that many over there. It'll take you guys an afternoon to work through those. So looking at like a mountain that's like cascading down over here.
I miss Bratrick.
Yeah, he was fun because he was silent.
Yeah.
Consent
he talked
wasn't
to me
a thing.
enough, okay?
Consent wasn't a thing with him, I bet.
You saw what he was wearing. It's kind of way darker than it was. He had no shirt on, okay?
It's because of the implication.
All right.
He kept him shirtless. Where's he going to go? It's freezing cold outside.
Well, that's why it's warm in here.
Clearly he has no other choice.
Our clothes are
There's no one around for miles. He freaked me out every fucking time I would walk in there. I would just see him, like, when you had him propped up on the printer.
And I've been moving him. So, like, people will be behind and then I'll move him.
He only can move if you're not looking at him. You just got to keep looking at him. Creepy. What else?
Is he still there? Oh, he's hurt. Poor guy. He did nothing.
His eye depressions freak me out.
Our friends at the Barrel said hi, and then somebody recommended that we do a fundraiser at the Barrel.
It's one of those things where none of us can do that. We're not allowed. We're not allowed to do that because we're married spuds.
I'm married spud.
I'm a married spud. I don't even know what that place is. So what do you mean? Why can't we do it?
I had to look. I had to hover over the profile, and it told me everything I needed to know.
Oh, okay. I'm a gentleman. I'd like to be in a club of other gentlemen.
Sure, you would.
Do we have any other questions? I'd love to talk to people. We're here. We are open up in a limited capacity. We've got ammo. We've got Army surplus stuff. There's actually more Army surplus stuff I have to go pick up down in Pennsylvania.
God damn you!
Yeah, I know.
We have no room.
Where is that
I got a
going?
whole shipping container.
I bitched at you for the room on the last one, and now we have less room. Right, it's like, I'm gonna have 4 displays here next week. Start building.
I'm working on it. I'm trying. It is kind of cool. Like the planning board has nothing to do. Like if we wanted to just rebuild exactly what we have, they have nothing to do with that because they're like, well, you already got approval for it. You just need a building permit through like the code and for Jerry, the code guy. But we don't need a.
What if we make it bigger? What if we make double retail?
So it only matters if we change, like, if we take up more land, or if we increase if we do anything over 0.9 acres, then it does. But that's like 40,000, 50,000 square feet. That'd be a crazy amount. We're talking about maybe adding like
life goals,
5,000 square feet of retail.
So are you saying we dig?
Potentially. Okay. We're going to talk. We really have to see, obviously, what insurance says. We have to look at, which is difficult. Like, we built this place. It's not like we can just go back 10 years and give them a receipt. Like, how do you rebuild that range? Like, my dad designed it. Like, if you called Action Target, it's like $60,000 a lane.
Yeah.
Times 7. That's $420,000. Like, just for that.
Yeah.
So, how do you... that's not what we have, but, you can't just go down and like, oh, well, that's garage door track, and that's, cost them $50 to throw the range together. Like, the engineering of it, there was the labor. If you had to pay someone to do it, it would be an enormous sum, so that's the thing we have to look at. We've got a lease. We've got a tentative portable shooting range. I don't know if you brought that up at all.
No, I have not.
I brought it up when the news was out here, but tentatively, we will have a mobile shooting range up here so that we can continue. I hate to say we are selling most of the rental, like especially the handguns right now, although I am thinking of when we go meet with them to figure out exactly what's selling and what's going. Thinking about saving like the top 10 handguns that we rent.
I'll come and help you with that.
Exactly. Yeah. just because of that. But, we've got a lot of stuff we don't need to keep right now.
There's probably like 15 we can keep.
We can rebuild. Right. Yeah, what's the last time? There's guns we have because it's the hot new gun, so we got to have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. So anyways, we will potentially have the portable shooting range here soon, and that'll obviously be a lot of fun. I think we'll increase we'll really ramp up like the machine gun rental program just to keep that, flowing, and we'll have a lot of fun. I'm not excited why we're here, but I'm excited
for the
what's
future
to come. Yeah, like I have to, I can either sit at home and cry about all this, or we can be working and moving forward. So it's a clear choice for me, but I have been crying. It does happen.
Yeah, how could you not?
Like when I went to the Virgin Town board, they had two guys with Leonard Bus is doing a little expansion. They're building like a little barn, parts and shit outside. And then a guy bought a bunch of land and is giving it, just splitting things up differently, right? So he had to get approval for it. And they're like, all right, thanks guys. They talked and then they left. And then it was my turn, and it was me and my dad, and then the code enforcement guy, Jerry, and then it was the board. And Kim called me up, and I went up there, and she was just like, I'm sorry, the whole board, we're very sorry about what happened, and I just lost it. And
of course.
It took me 30 seconds to it's hard. It's hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know more than anyone, I guess, but
that's what I was saying earlier. Having experience in this, I know that you just kind of have to, as I've said 5 times, just ride the wave. You just got to get through it.
Yep.
1 year from now, you'll be looking at things differently, and
sure,
it's tough.
Sure.
This is the hard part. The when you're still counting hours.
Sure.
We're not even in weeks yet.
Right. It hasn't been a week.
We're still in hours.
Crazy.
It's
crazy.
Days.
Yeah.
It'll get easier.
I will say I don't want to say too much, but there will be an auction coming up very soon. So don't spend your tax refunds all in one place. But excuse me, there will be there will be an auction coming up soon. Just again, more so, not that we need that cash necessarily, although that will be very helpful. It was more so that we need not that many guns. We just now we just can't have.
I can't have that inventory.
300-400, whatever the number is. We can't have that many guns just in stock. So we're working on reducing that, and then we got to get everybody their transfers. How many transfers do you think are over there? 100, maybe.
Give or take.
Say between 50 and 100. I don't think 50 sounds low.
50 sounds low.
But
very low.
Between 50 and 100, we're gonna get those out of here, and then like I said, we're gonna keep accepting them. We haven't refused a single shipment, as far as I know. We've still been accepting stuff. We're just we've just this afternoon at 4:00 we got our computer system back up and running, right? So it's gonna be a little bit just to make sure we have everything, and again, we want to just make sure we have that workflow down where it's we want to do things one way for the next 6 to 9 months while we're rebuilding, which should be the same way as we were doing it, and it should really be the same as we're going to be doing it as far as the the paperwork side of it goes, just the physical side of all right, when the gun comes in, where are we going to put it? We had all that set up already. It sounds stupid, but it's with the volume that we do, we have to have that set up. We literally get sometimes 10 to 20 guns a day.
Yeah.
Right, and then it's not like
that's
we won't
literally
get
this whole back area.
Right, and then it's not like we won't get more tomorrow. No, you get 10 to 20 tomorrow.
And it takes a week from Monroe County, if you live in Monroe County, to get your pistol and your pistol permit and pick it up.
It's a nightmare.
Oh, you went on to Lace, now I have to hold it for another 30 days. And F-U-C-K.
Aw. Do we have any other questions? I love talking to people. I love talking to the children, well, not them, but to the people. TFP and Barrel Lab.
Remember,
Thanks.
starting bid's $100 on the final
you.
TFP sticker.
Thank you for that kind comment, Mike, about representing myself and stuff. And I know I have to get the lawyers involved. I know I have to get the engineers and stuff involved. But when it comes to, I want to just tell it like it is. And that was how we did it. And I went to the town board and I just said, hey, like, I don't think any of them had a problem with it, obviously, personally, but I was just like, I want to make sure that we all do the right thing together because, you know,
Oh no.
it's going to come back on us, but it's going to come back on them too, in a way. You know, if they approve something that people don't like, or if the town's angry, you know, whatever happens. Did you lose all the comments?
I lost the
You
comments.
Dip. Well, were you looking to cut it? It is 8:30.
No, dude, you've got to be here for an hour. I've been here for an hour.
Okay. What time did I kick? What's
Like
his name?
50
Out of
minutes.
here?
Like 45 minutes.
Whatever his name is.
Bratrick, and you be respectful.
Oh, because it's Brandon and Patrick. Aw. Where's Pat?
Ty,
He's probably lifting heavy things and putting heavy things down and lifting heavy things again.
you didn't want people bidding in the comments, did you?
Do we have people bidding in the comments?
They're just starting to.
To replace me with Bratrick?
No. For the sticker.
For the sticker.
Oh, okay.
This is the last TFP sticker.
Of that kind.
Of this
right?
kind.
And we'll never make more.
I can't even see the comments.
There's a couple people who commented.
Have we talked about the GoFundMe and stuff like that?
I did,
you
yeah.
talk
How
about
my
that?
mom started it, and I posted a link. I can't even see.
It's super, like, I don't want to make it awkward, obviously, but, like, I feel very, what's the word, I guess, like, uncomfortable. We have insurance, you know what I mean? Like, no one got hurt. You know, obviously, insurance takes a while.
Yeah.
And I get it. They're not going to cover everything. But, you know, we're certainly not going to turn down a GoFundMe. Like, if that's how you want to support us, we love you, obviously. We truly appreciate it.
My mom just knows, like, how much we mean to the community.
Sure.
And she wanted, like, a way for people in the community to, like, support us.
Absolutely. Some that's their love. Like, some people, that's their love language, right?
Yeah.
Is doing that. Like, I was talking, you know, like, I've been bringing down food. You know, the first couple days I was, like, buying, like, I got Tully's one day for everybody.
Yeah.
I got some ribs from 58 Maine for another day. And then, what was it, yesterday? I made chili, right? And then, like, okay, that was, like, the cheapest, like, compared to everything else. Like, obviously, like, I spent the least amount of money making that chili. But, like, that made me feel so happy.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Giving
my,
something.
like, yeah, just focus.
So what are you making us tomorrow? You got us set on a schedule.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, surprise
Do
me.
you wanna know?
Surprise
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
It better be good. I have standards.
Expectations are high. All right.
That
All
chili was good. I have standards. Alex Mom's chili, bro. Next
better
level.
than
It was,
mine. Obviously.
I'm not going to say that, but it was amazing.
I mean, obviously we were a little, you know,
Different. It was
skewed.
cold.
Yeah, like we were so cold and it was right after the fire and everything.
I am a male, you know.
You have a penis.
Like very white, like very, like, English, no flavor. You know, we have potatoes. That's all we have, right?
Imported all of their spice from India.
Right. Compared to, like, she's an Italian mother.
Yes.
So, like, there's no competition. I'm never gonna beat any mother, let alone Mrs. Family. Like, that's not gonna happen.
Yes, we have normal store hours.
Yeah, man, normal store hours.
But, I mean, like, today we closed, like, a half hour early.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah? You weren't here. You were out doing shenanigans.
Yeah, I had, like, 3 business meetings in between now and then.
Sounds like you should have had them
Oh,
here.
well, should have installed.
What other meetings do you have to do that are like not in this building?
Okay, first of all, I had to go to the gun club so that we can host our training class there. Which, if you haven't been contacted yet, I think we did try to contact everybody.
We talked a little bit about it.
Yeah, all the classes are still on. They're going to be held locally, either at the community center over by the Byron Burgeon High School, or we also have some other, like, local businesses that have pitched in and offered some lovely spaces. Like Liberty Pumps has a delightful space that Charlie Cook, the owner, offered to us. So I think I need to take him up on that, obviously, because it would mean a lot, I'm sure, to him. You know,
Yeah.
when someone makes an offer like that, they mean it. I know. So especially a guy like Charlie. So, and the Cooks are amazing. I mean, they're beacons in the community.
Of course.
So, yeah. So we're gonna keep doing the classes, and we're working on, like I said, either the Gun Club here in Bergen on 19. They're amazing. or if we can get these mobile shooting ranges in, we can do them here. So.
How much is the camo hat on the table? Well, you see, you can come in and offer me any price that's more than $17, and it's yours.
Yeah. Yeah, the prices right now, obviously, kind of considering what everything went through, like, none of the inventory is, like, damaged. None of the stuff we have out here is non-serviceable in any way, or we wouldn't have put it out.
Yeah.
It was in a building that had a lot of smoke in it. So, like, I'm looking
It's gonna smell.
So I'm looking at some Magpool, packaging. It's all cardboard. Yeah, it's going to have a smell to it. We can't smell it anymore. Our noses are completely blind. If you come on site, you'll probably smell it. But the equipment itself, you will not have any issue with it. And I can't make this claim, but I'd be willing to go out on a limb and say that no manufacturer, like if there was a manufacturer defect, you would never have an issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Returning it like that, it would be a non-issue for, like, you brought this camping with you, and then it would be the same level of stench with it, right? So all the product is good. The prices are a suggestion, I guess. Yeah, like Ty said, we're not going to sell something at a loss, but
We can't.
Come down and
if you want to pay $2 million for a hat, we'll give you a hug and say thank you.
It definitely, like, that warmed my heart. Like, yeah, friends of ours. I won't dox them, but friends of ours came down on Monday and would give us money and then take a $5 military surplus pouch, and I think I saw him throw it back in the box even at the end, because it was just like that's not what it was about.
Yeah.
Like, so. We love all of you.
The community's been amazing.
It's insane. Yeah, I mean,
it's also like kind of a check on us. Like, it shows how great we have been. I never really like to toot my own horn, but
it's not why you do it, obviously, but it tells you that you've done something.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like we've left our mark, so to speak, in the community, and obviously this is just going to inspire us to keep doing that.
Absolutely.
I mean, we certainly aren't forgetting. We've been keeping tabs, keeping track of everyone who's helped us out so far, and I'm sure that list will keep growing.
Absolutely.
And there's groups that we're going to be forever indebted to, and we'll be supporting as long as there's a firing pin. Like, we'll be supporting them.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
What else we got?
Well, the clock on the wall is kind of telling me it's almost time to go.
Oh, now you want to go? Oh, okay.
We just don't have
5, 5, 6 for the hat.
No. At least,
Mike.
Dude, our cost is $17. We gotta.
Yeah. It is a cool hat.
It is a cool hat. We have several hats. They just might smell.
Yeah. You guys don't bid on the hat. There's multiple hats.
Just go camping.
Yeah. Or this specific hat.
maybe
Start the bid. $3,000. We'll have to
click on that.
Well,
that's the right one. But just play. I want to hear the.
Okay. Sorry if we get throttled.
It's time for
That's not it.
I need your
This is
opinion
it.
on which curtains will look better in my guest bedroom.
That's not it. It's so funny. We never look up stuff live. Oh my god, we learned a lesson there.
Could have been way worse, buddy.
That's the right video, but that is definitely not the right audio. That was like a someone dubbed over it, to make it funny. It's not appropriate. It's a serious.
This is serious stuff.
But it's full of very over the top, the boss tells you to move like a Caterpillar D9, ridiculous thing. The guy's like, well, I've never driven one of those before, and the boss is like, it can't be that hard. Figure it out. And he flips it and kills people.
Jesus.
Just classic 70s tomfoolery. Yeah, it's fun stuff.
Just what'd you do at work
Shaking
today,
hands with
honey?
Danger.
Oh, I killed 15 people.
I shook hands with Danger.
I shook hands with Danger. How big's the mobile range going to be before we leave?
So they're short distance. Obviously, that's the struggle with those. I mean, it fits inside of either a 40-foot or, depending on which one we get, it's either a 40-foot or a 53-foot container. So, I mean, the whole thing, the max distance is 7 yards probably. And that's not the point. It's going to be for people, with shooting handguns, test firing handguns, that type of stuff. So, we did discuss at the planning board a potential expansion, of just, again, lay out the journey ahead of me of, if this is what I want to do, what is it going to take? What are we looking at? Of if we were to do, like I said, maybe it's not going to be an outdoor range. It's not going to be an indoor range. It's going to be a hybrid design. It's going to be a very interesting thing we've been working on. But I'd like to see what we can do in the 100 to maybe even 200 yard distance. It's possible. It's just if we can get it, I guess engineered properly. That's going to be the thing. No one, all of the builders are amazing that we have. It's just this will be something they've never done before. So we've got to make sure everyone's up for the challenge and see what we can do. But I think that'd be a lot of fun if we could get a some distance out of this. So what do you think? You want to call it?
Yeah. I told you the clock on the wall was telling me it's time to go.
Let's do it. I got to go hit that Porta-John outside.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to us.
Don't
use that
if you're a
porta potty.
trucker, like...
I'm going to put traps in there.
If you have to, I mean, I get it.
I'm putting traps in there tonight. If there's any truckers.
That was so funny, like, when we built... Like, we had that Porta-John out there, and, like, a big semi would just, like, pull over on the side of the road, and the guy would just run over and, like, use the Porta-John and then just run back in the semi and leave. We're like, bruh.
If I see you doing that, I'm going to sit in your truck. You're going to come back to your truck, and I'm going to be sitting in the driver's seat.
This is okay, right?
Oh, you can sit on my seat. I'll sit on your seat. That's fine, right?
For real, look at that.
Yeah, bye.